Hello, and welcome to Multidimensional Wavelength. In today's video, I want to take the time to talk about some opportunities that may be coming your way. There's still a lot going on in the world. I know that this is going to affect everyone a little bit differently, but I feel like there's a lot of people today that there's one door closing and another one opening. Or as I'd like to say it, one door is closing and people are choosing to jump out a window. They're kind of making their own way or finding a new path or direction to take. And the reason I say that is because I feel like at this point, a lot of people's spirit guides and other kind of guides in general are kind of nudging or encouraging them, including yourself, to take a new path or direction in life. Now, obviously, I've talked about this in other videos of spirit guides and how everybody has their own free will, and you do. There comes a point, though, where in certain situations, if you start to think about karmic lessons, as far as when you start getting in touch with your higher self and you take a step back from a situation, or you can see it from a different viewpoint without being in that situation yourself, when you're so involved, it's hard to see things that are actually going on. But when you take a step back and you start to see cyclical events or results because of certain actions or feelings that you're constantly having, that is your higher self making you more aware of, hey, I'm in a karmic situation. I need to break this cycle because I've recognized it might not be good for me. I'm trying to make the most out of my life. Let me continue on a new path as far as getting away from this old one that I know is negative or not serving my best interest. Let me move towards this path that I believe will take me on what would be something for my highest good. And this all comes down to, like I said again, free will and having choices of being able to step back and recognizing what's going on, or seeing, some of you might be in a situation where you're not in a karmic situation, but you just feel like you need to change. But you can also see it from a higher perspective of, it is for my highest good. It's not causing me any negative effects physically, socially, emotionally, or spiritually. So let me continue on this path, but it's good that I can see that from a different perspective. You all have choices, and obviously every choice, every action, every thought is going to have a repercussion, whether it's positive or negative, depending on how you look at it. Every action, there's a reaction. But you always have choices, and those choices will decide what path you actually take. My advice to you, with either sticking with the door or opportunity that you're in now, or taking the time to shift your focus onto another door that might be opening, that either you do or you don't see yet, or some people who are jumping out the window, making their own path. I would say whatever you are doing at this point in time, with the way that the earth is shifting from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, to trust your instincts, trust yourself, trust your intuition. And it all kind of goes back to your guides. If you feel divinely guided to take certain actions, do certain things, speak to certain people, then absolutely go for it. Because there's a very, very good chance that that is for your highest good. And if it is not, there will always be a lesson in it. a lesson that again goes into karmic situations as far as living your life and being able to learn from your experiences and moving forward as a better person with that spiritual growth as well. But still being able to realize those kinds of situations, that's when you really start to grow. And that's when it becomes like almost like a revolving door of one opens, one closes, one opens, one closes as you progress along your journey. But no matter where you are along that journey, your guides will be helping you with your intuition. And they can only intervene so much, I will say that. And again, it all plays down to free will. So between your guides, free will, the choices you take, and trusting whatever choices that you do make and staying on whatever path that it's for a reason, everything that you do is for your highest good. So even if some things at this point in time for you seem like things are going wrong, or you're taking a huge risk where you can't see the outcome of something, I would say still stay with that path as long as that is what your intuition or your guides, or you're being driven to go in that direction. And what's popping into my head right now is seeing somebody on a cliff and they're about to jump. And as they jump, all that nervousness, once they jump, there's no going back, but they're jumping into this cloud. And as they jump up and into that cloud, and that, there was that fear of being on that cliff looking down, where all they can really see at that point, standing on the cliff, is that fall. But once they're in midair, they can't go back. And as they jump into that cloud, they actually ended up landing on a platform higher up. A place that is higher vibration, a place that has more opportunities. That's what I'm getting. So whatever path you're on right now, whatever door you think may be closing, another one is opening. You will have another opportunity. And I can't stress it enough. Trust your intuition. You know what's best for you deep down. Trust that feeling. That's going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful or informative, I know a lot of it might have seemed repetitive as far as your guides and free will and making choices, but know that everything will play out for you. And hopefully if you found this video, hopefully it was just a reassurance that you needed to move forward with positive expectations. I hope that I was able to do that for you here today. So please share it and like it if you do or have found it helpful. If you feel like this could be helpful for somebody else that you know, please share it with them. And as always, I thank you for your time, and I hope that you have a blessed day filled with love and light.